Hello everyone, welcome to French for Future. I hope you all are safe and sound with your near and dear one. Let me tell you, if you have not subscribed my channel and if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and also to press onto the bell icon so that you don't miss on to any of the updates. Now, let me also tell you that as we have already started the concert for the question of the day and many of you are answering to the questions, let me encourage more of you to write the comments with the correct answers so that I can surprise you with many surprises. Today we have come up with a new concept or something I should say that a very important concept in French grammar, that is the groups of verbs in French. You have already understood the importance of principal verbs in French in my previous video. If you have not checked on to that video, please make sure to check it. It's a very important concept you will be understanding on the principal verbs of aller and why do we call them as principal verbs. Let me also tell you that please watch this video till the end because the winner is being awaited towards the last of this video. Okay, let me now tell you the importance of this particular topic. As I said that we are going to study about the groups of verbs. We are going to study the first group of verb in French, that is ER group of verb. Keeping in mind the importance of this particular topic, this video is divided into two parts. First part will be looked into this particular segment and the second part will be uploaded just after this video. So without further delay, let us move on to the topic. Lesson 13. In today's lesson or in today's video, we are going to learn ER group of verbs in French. Let me tell you, this is the part 1 of the video because ER group of verb is a very important topic. As you know that the French verbs are divided into 3 groups. In my previous video, when I was teaching you about the principal verbs in French, I have mentioned that the French verbs are divided into 3 groups and ER is the first group of verb among the 3 groups of verbs in French. So that's the most important thing that you have to keep in mind because understanding these 3 groups of verbs are very essential because as I've told you before also that conjugation plays a very vital role in writing, reading, listening and speaking French. So understanding different groups of verbs and how are they conjugated, because within the group of verb itself there are irregularities that we need to understand because all conjugations depends upon how the verb is and how do you conjugate them. So without further ado, let us go into the lesson ER group of verbs in French and it's part 1. You will be seeing part 2 in the next video. Definitely I will be uploading just after this video is uploaded so that there is a connectivity between both the videos and you are able to understand the concept in the best way. So going further, what is an ER verb? That is something that will come to your mind, you thinking that what is ER group of verb? ER group of verb is a verb in French that ends in ER. I've already told you that ER is one of the group of verbs in French among the 3. And how do you say that it is an ER group of verb? When the verb ends in ER. When the verb ends in ER, it is said to be in the ER group of verbs. That's how you understand the particular group in which a verb is in. So when you see the ending of a verb, it's understood that it is in which group. So here we are understanding and learning about the ER group of verbs. So how do you understand it's an ER group of verb? An ER verb is a verb in French that ends in ER. That's the way you have to understand it. Let us go further. Noun, as you know, is a word that refers to a person, place, thing or an idea in order to read and write in French, and also to be able to make sentences. So you cannot see a sentence wherein there is not a noun in that particular sentence. So a noun is a word that refers to a person, place, thing, or an idea. It remains same whether it is in French or in English. In order to read and write in French, or let it be in any other language, and also to be able to make the sentences. Sentences in French are made up of the same elements as in English. That's what I was telling you. So there is no difference the way you make sentences in French or in English. All the components that is required to make a proper sentence in French or in English are same. Let us go further. Noun, a word that refers to a person, place, thing, or idea. Whereas pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun or something that replaces a noun. So you have it in a sentence, a noun, a pronoun, definitely a verb. And what is a verb? An action word. A verb is an action word. So a sentence must have at least a noun or pronoun and a verb. That's what we call it a sentence. So in a sentence, there must have at least a noun or a pronoun and a verb. As we have already discussed that a pronoun is something that replaces a noun. So it remains same in French as well as in English. Let's go further. Now, pronoun sujet. You have already understood the concept of a pronoun sujet. Why I am reiterating once again? Because we are understanding a particular group of verbs among the three groups. So we are understanding about the first group of verb. In that also, let it be any group of verb. For conjugating a verb, pronoun sujet plays a very vital role. You must keep in mind that there is no conjugation without pronoun sujet. Pronoun sujet in French, in English, it means subject pronoun. Let us see what it is. So, je means I, tu means you, which is informal in nature, il or on, which means he or it, elle or on, which means she or it. Now you can see that a new component has been added there, that is on, on. What is it? We will be understanding further in this video. So just keep it in mind that il can also be taken as on, elle can also be taken as on, which means she or it and he or it. Nous, as you know, it's we. Vous, it is you, but in formal. You also have understood the difference between tu and vous, whereas tu is informal, vous is formal. Tu is singular, vous is singular as well as plural. So these are certain things which one need to keep in mind when you are doing a conjugation in French. Il, which means they, which is masculine plural, and elle, that means they again, which is feminine plural. So this is what pronoun sujet, and as said before, pronoun sujet plays a very important role in conjugation, because without pronoun sujet you can't do conjugation of the verb. So it's inevitable in one way, you can say. Pronoun sujet is an inevitable part of a conjugation. So that's very important. You need to understand that pronoun sujet, how to use it when you are doing the conjugation of a verb. Let us go further and understand in details. As I was telling you, on is equal to one, which means one. On is an impersonal pronoun. It's an impersonal pronoun. As I told you, it can refer to it. So it is impersonal. It's impersonal means it's neither masculine nor feminine, neither singular nor plural, but it is a particular concept which is impersonal. Literally translated, it means one. Sometimes it will also be translated as they or we. You will be understanding to it about that particular concept. When you keep on practicing, you will understand that il or elle or nous or il, elle can be also replaced with on. But it is impersonal. It's neither masculine nor feminine. So on means one. I hope you have understood the concept of on in pronoun sujet. Okay, so now let us go further and understand about the conjugation. The basic or the original form of the verb is called the infinite form. When the verb is in the infinite form, it is always with the to form. For example, to sing, to dance, to swim, to go, or to speak, or to eat, or to sleep. So all these are action words, and when we say that a verb is in the infinite form or it's in the original form, it is with the to form. That's the way you identify in English. So it's the same, you put it in French as well, though you don't use to, but in French you can see and understand that how do we identify that a verb is in the infinite form. Most important thing that you have to keep in mind is that the basic or the original form of the verb is called or known as the infinite form. And infinite is a verb not conjugated, like être, avoir and aller are in the infinitive. You have already seen these three verbs conjugation individually. You have also understood that these are the principal verbs in French. How do we consider them as a principal verb in French? You can check into my previous videos where I have given an elaborate description about why do we call these three verbs as the principal verbs in French. So when we write être, when we write avoir, when we write aller, they are in the infinite form and not in the conjugated form. When you do the conjugation, you have to make use of the pronoun sujet and then you conjugate the verb according to its subject pronoun. Let us go further. To conjugate a regular ER verb, we were understanding about the concept of ER verb. You have already understood that an ER verb ends in an ER. That's why it's known as an ER verb. You drop off the ER at the end of the infinitive. The conjugated form thus gives you the stem. So when you drop off the ER from the end of the verb, so what is the stem remaining? Is thus known as the conjugated form. With that particular remaining stem, you add a particular formula, which I can say here that we are actually using a formula. Formula is something, it's basically used as a mathematical term. In one way you understand why do we say formulas when you are doing a language, because the grammar of a language is a mathematical portion of any language, because you study rules, how to apply them to solve a particular exercise. So in that way you can understand that the formulas are very important when we are conjugating a verb. So it's understood that you have to drop off the ER at the end of the infinitive. That means it has been removed, and the conjugated form thus gives you the stem. So when you remove the ER, the remaining is the stem, and with the stem you add the radicals. With the stem, you add the radicals or the formula. So what is a radical and what is the formula? We will be knowing shortly. And you have to add the endings which match the subject. So endings are the formula. All ER verbs are conjugated using the same formula. So there are many ER group of verbs in French. It's not 1, 2, 3 or 4. There are many. So whichever verb you are using in ER, all take the same formula. There's no difference in the way they are using it. So the radicals or the formulas remain same with all the ER group of verbs that you will be conjugating. Let us see further. To demonstrate how to conjugate this type of a verb, I will be using the verb parler. Now, parler means to speak in French, and you can see that parler is ending with ER. So that gives us a very clear picture that it's an ER group of verb. So as said before, what we have to do is that we will be removing the ER And what is remaining? P-A-R-L. So that is the stem of the verb. With the stem of the verb, you will be adding the radicals or the formula. So to conjugate an ER verb, take off the ER at the end of the verb and replace it with the appropriate ending. That is, remove the stem of the verb ER and add the radicals as follows. So that's the main thing that you have to keep in mind. We have to delete or remove the ER from the ending of the verb. Let it be any verb that you are using in ER. You need to remove it, and then you have to add the radicals to the stem. Now, what is it and how do we use it? Let us look it in the next slide. So, ER verb endings. So, any ER, for example, you can take it. Now, here we are going to take the verb of parley. But before that, we are going to see the equations or the formulas or the radicals that we will be making or using to do other conjugation in an ER group of verb. So, with je, it is E. With tu, it is es. With il or on, it is again e. El or on, e. Nu, ons. Vu, ez. Il, ent. And L again ENT. So this is the formula, or this is the equation, or this is the radical that will be added to the stem of an ER group of verb. So when you do the conjugation of any ER group of verb, what you have to keep in mind is remove or delete the ER from the main verb or the infinite form or the original form, that is parley here that we were discussing. So when you remove that ER, this is the equation, or this is the formula, or this is the radical that you will be adding to the stem. E, es, e, ons, ez and ent. You need to just add this to the stem according to the subject pronoun or the pronoun sujet, which you already know. Then you can see that a proper conjugation of the verb is done in French. Let us see with the example parler. Now here I am going to use the conjugation of the verb parler to demonstrate very clearly that how do we conjugate a verb in ER. Je parle. Now you know that parle, P-A-R-L, is the stem and E is the radical used to it. Tu parles, P-A-R-L-E-S. Il or on parle, P-A-R-L-E. Elle or on parle, P-A-R-L-E. Nous parlons, P-A-R-L-O-N-S. Vous parlez, P-A-R-L-E-Z. Il, P-A-R-L-E-N-T, and L, P-A-R-L-E-N-T. So this is a perfect example of an ER group of verb wherein you have used the radical with the stem and you have conjugated that according to the subject pronoun. So with je, you have used here E. With tu, you have used here es. With il or on, you have used again E. L or on, you have used again E. Nous, ons, vous, ez, il and L, ent. So this is the way you make the conjugation of an ER group of verb. Now you also have to keep in mind that ER is the first group of verb that we have already discussed. It is also a regular group of verb because all the verbs in ER are conjugated the same way. But let me also tell you that there are certain irregularities that comes in between according to the ending of the verb. For example, here it is, you can say that it's ER, but then you have verbs in ER which ends in GER, YER, OYER, LLER. So what are those irregularities that we will be seeing in part 2? And you also have to keep in mind that our daily questions with the videos you will be featuring this time in the second part. So make sure you see and understand the first part as well as the second part thoroughly for understanding and attempting to that contest. so that you can wait for the surprise that is awaiting. But right now, what I am going to project next is the winner of the last context, which was the principal verb context, wherein I have asked the question that why do we call them as the principal verbs in French, être, avoir, and aller. Though many of you have responded to the question, but then this contest was open to the person who have given the perfect answer. So let me tell you, among the answers I have received in my comment box, one answer I could find that it was brilliantly explained, and let me announce the winner. The winner is yes. So Madhav is a regular viewer of my YouTube channel. He's been viewing my channel from the beginning of the video, like from the beginning of the day I started. So I can make out how passionate he is in understanding this beautiful language, and he attempts almost all the questions that I ask as the question of the day. So congratulations, Madhav, and I'm sure that you will be participating in the next context also with the ER group of verb context. So for that you need to wait for the part 2, which I will be releasing short after part 1. So congratulations once again, Madhav, and I request all of you to practice ER group of verbs thoroughly, because in the next video you will be having the question of the day. Hope you enjoyed today's video. But make sure, as I said before, that this video, keeping in mind the importance of the topic, has been divided into 2 parts. You have just understood the first concept of the ER group of verb. The remaining second part will be telling you the other relevant aspects of this group of verb. So please don't miss on to the second part, as towards the end of the second part only the question of the day is being put up. So you need to understand the concept in the first part of the video as well as in the second part of the video to answer the questions in a very correct way. Till then, take care of good health and have a nice day. Thank you.